So after about being at home for about a month... Say what? Which is longer than I usually ever stay at home. I'm finally getting back on the road. I'm in my truck, as you can no doubt tell. See there's the truck. That's what it looks like from a top angle. Bunks, everything, all my storage, all that kind of stuff. So I'm really not feeling it. You know, after sitting at home for a month, not really doing a whole lot of anything, it's really hard to just get up and go, but that's what I have to do. I have to get in my truck, which I'm already in, and I have to drive down to Long Beach to pick up my shipment tomorrow morning. So I better get moving. Check this out. I left this little bottle that was mostly empty, hand sanitizer bottle, in my truck for the month that I was home, and it is completely blown out, and on the back here it's completely distorted, and that is solely from the heat here in Arizona. Oh, look at the bottleneck too is kind of off center, and that's just from sitting in the Arizona heat. I mean, I think the hottest it's gotten was about 100 degrees, so obviously that's amplified being inside. That is pretty wild. And that's, you know, whenever I leave home or leave to go home, I have to take absolutely everything out of my truck, all of my electronics, any kind of bottles, any kind of can, anything, because the heat will make it explode or distort or destroy it. So just wanted to show you guys that. That's pretty crazy. And it's hardened too. I mean, I don't know if there's a lot of pressure in there or what. I don't know. Let's find out. I'm going to unscrew this, and it may or may not blow up in my face. We'll find out. Oh no, it's not. No, so it wasn't even under any pressure. It's just, I don't know what's happened to it that it's become so hard. Like, even if I use this bottle again, which I wouldn't, but it has become completely hardened. That's crazy. And as I showed you guys, completely distorted. So I don't know, maybe because it became so malleable and it expanded out from the pressure of the what little hand sanitizer there is in there, and then in that weird position it just cooled down. Yeah, so I don't leave anything in this truck when I'm home. I have to take absolutely everything out. The thing that stays is this Qualcomm right here, but I can't take that out. But everything else, electronics wise, I have to take out bottles, cans, all that, or they will explode. This Pilot truck stop where I park at, it's kind of a tight squeeze, so it's always a relief when I get back to my truck and it hasn't been smashed to bits, which happens quite often. But even getting out of this spot, it shouldn't be too bad, because the guy to the left of me parked exactly like he should and the guy to the right did not. So we're gonna go off to the left. Then I gotta swing around and make my way to the fuel islands.
You have 0 hours and 0 minutes of remaining drive time.
What? No, that's not right. Gotta fix that. Alright, got all that sorted out. Alright, let's go. In the parking lot at the truck stop where they shouldn't be, and this flatbed right here parked where he shouldn't be. it's not that crowded, and you could swing around and get into the fuel lane, but obviously that's not the case this time, so I'm gonna have to exit out the other way and then come back into. Usually it's not that crowded at the fuel islands and you could swing around and get in there, but apparently not this time, so I'm gonna exit out the other way and re-enter the truck stop and get into the fuel island, even though it's gonna be a bit of a wait, it seems. Yes, now we're all good. As soon as all this traffic gets out of the way, we'll be back at the truck stop, waiting in the long-ass line to get some diesel. These lines are pretty dang long. Alright, I managed to squeeze in there. Kind of wanted to get out of the way because I had a Xavy hunt behind me who, despite not being a lot of clearance, he's like, oh, I'm gonna try pulling it anyways, and then he was covering the entire roadway like a ding dong. So now I wait. That is the diesel island. Everybody's dieseling up. Lots of trucks waiting in line. Some of these guys are probably inside taking a shit or a shower or getting some Wendy's, who knows what. Well, things are starting out kind of shit. I went to fuel, and when I told my dispatcher that I was back on my truck, she never turned on my fuel card. Then I tried to fuel again, and it's telling me that my odometer reading is wrong, because when we get diesel, you got to put in your odometer reading, otherwise it ain't gonna work, and it's telling me my odometer reading is wrong. So I sent them a message again and said, you know, sort it out so I can fuel and get the hell out of here. I don't know why it would be wrong. It could be that the last time I fueled, I just input something wrong. You could always put it more than the previous amount, but maybe I put it too much more, and I don't know what that amount was. But I looked at my last fuel receipt that I have from a month ago. At least I think that's my last one, and it's pretty much makes sense to what I have here. But again, it's obviously wrong, so hoping they sort it out quickly. It's been 30 minutes since I've told them that my card isn't working because of the odometer, and I'm still waiting for a response. I do have a teeny bit of fuel left, so I'm just gonna hit the road, and you know, whenever they message me back that they have it sorted out, then I'll stop and fuel up. But this stuff is really annoying. To wait 30 minutes for something that will take 5 minutes for them to just check that in the system my odometer reading is correct, or at least change it to what it needs to be for whatever reason. But now, still waiting, 30 minutes on, more than 30 minutes now. So I'll just get fuel down the road. So I finally made it to Quartzite, Arizona. It's about 116 miles. And still, I have no response from them about my fuel issue. So, I am going to message them again. Why the f***? I'm not actually going to say that because it would make a small problem into a much larger problem. Yeah? And that problem would involve human resources, which that's never fun. So I'm just gonna shoot them a message, her a message, my dispatcher, to figure out, I know what the problem is. I just need them to go into their computer systems and fix it. So I just got to send them a message, and I've driven as far as I can. Any further west, and there's not a truck stop for a very long time. It's all desert, and on top of that, I'm right at the Arizona-California border, and I don't fuel in California unless I have to, because California diesel prices are a lot like Snoop Dogg. High as, frankly, it's not a huge deal. I might stop here for the night anyways because the winds are really starting to pick up and they're gusting over 30 miles per hour out of the north, so they're blasting me on my passenger side pretty rough, and it's not fun when you have an empty trailer, but still I want to get this problem resolved. So I'm not really pressed for time, and I don't have to be in Long Beach until tomorrow, probably 7 a.m. 8 a.m., something like that. So I might just be hanging out over here and see what fun things I can find. Probably none, but you never know. Might be walking behind the trucks and find a dead body. My message, second message, has been sent. And yes, there are some spelling errors in that, but that's fine. That's not what we're here for. Hopefully it doesn't take them long so I can go fuel up my truck and park in this exact same spot and get some sleep. I also didn't sleep very well last night, and that's usually what happens after I've been home for a couple weeks. You get back in the truck and you go from a quiet environment to suddenly an environment in a truck stop with trucks rumbling, noisy, driving by, this and that. The truck starting and kicking off and kicking on to cool it down or heat it up, whatever you got going on. So I didn't get very good sleep, so I could catch up on that. It also takes me a few days to really get into the rhythm of things. You go from being at home and not doing a whole lot to constantly driving. It takes a little while to get used to it. That guy I thought that guy for sure was going to, he came in the lot and he cut the wheel really hard and his trailer was like, and I thought he was gonna flip it. Unfortunately, he didn't. But that would have been great. I would have caught it on my dash cam right there. That would have been a juicy thing, huh? So I'm gonna keep waiting for this lady to contact me or fix my problem so I can finally fuel, because my light is now on. My truck is saying, hey, dickhead, I'm hungry. Dang, somebody messed his shit up. Or maybe he messed his own shit up. That happens sometimes. Especially you're parked at a truck stop in your home time. Nobody there to watch your truck. Somebody creams you and they just take off. They don't wait around. People like that guy right there. Could be anybody. Or this guy right here, the guy that almost flipped his trailer. Could be people like him. He's carrying a bag. That's suspicious. Probably got dookie in there. Who knows? Truckers do some weird stuff. Just a quick update on my fuel situation. This right here is the blood of my enemies. And soon, my my dispatcher is going to be among those that are my enemies if she doesn't fix my card. Keep calm. Mountains and sunshine. Rainbows and butterflies. Bunnies. The most annoying part is that when they need something, it's got to be now, now, now. Go, go, go. But when you need something, it's like, you know, I fell asleep at my desk for about 12 hours. Sorry, I'm getting back to you a little late. That's how it goes. So, all I can do is sit here and wait and hope something exciting happens. It's not going to, but I can still hope. That's my fridge. It does that. Also, you gotta try sleeping with that too. It's all, even if it is all quiet in the truck stop, my fridge starts and it's like, Like, I don't know if you guys hear that. That truck's driving by and it's like constant. People idling next to you. Sometimes their engine isn't running right, so it's making weird. It's fine if it's just a regular idle, but when it's broken and it's got some weird ticking, or their governor cut off for their air pump, whatever, keeps firing off, that shit gets annoying. So one time I was parked next to some person who's not engine, but the little, my brain is just, it's like a smaller little diesel engine that runs your electronics and all that. Wasn't running right, and it was spewing some crazy fumes, and I wake up and I felt like I was in a chemical factory that had some major leaks going on, and it's like, that's air stagnant. It just sits there, and then you die in your sleep from inhaling too much CO2 or whatever. Check out this superb parking job by the guy driving this anteater. Kenworth something or another. By the way, still no message back, still no fuel, just heartache, frustration, and anger. Arrgh. This guy that got his shit messed up, I noticed, drives for Meadowlark Transport Incorporated, which has been in operation since 1983. And that just so happens to be the same year that I was born. What a coincidence! The prophecy is upon us. You know what that blue circle means? It means I got a new message. Log audit. I got a contact log audit. Okay, that doesn't make sense, but that's what I'm gonna do. So I called Log Audit as my dispatcher told me to. Log Audit said, what's your odometer reading now? I gave them my odometer and they're like, yep, that's right, but we're not the ones to talk to. You actually gotta call your payroll coordinator, and they're the ones that can figure it out. So I called payroll, and they re-input the information in their system. So now I'm gonna go try to fuel. And if it doesn't work, I can either lose my shit, or I could just call them back and say, hey, it's still not working. Which I'm probably gonna go for the latter, just call them back, say, hey, it's still not working. If then it doesn't work, then I think I'm gonna opt for losing my shit. So, let's go try. Moment of truth. Let's see if this shit works. Yes, it worked. Input the rest of my information. Now I can fuel. on my fuel, and the final price is $396.99 for 120.335 gallons. Ouch! That's a lot of money. Time to go hook back up to my trailer and then just chill the hell out. Saw that guy looking at me, probably checking me out, pervert. Look at it. Nice and full. Yes. I'm finally here in Long Beach, parked on the street. Got here about 6:40 in the afternoon. Would have been here earlier, but I did spend about an hour, maybe over an hour, down in wherever the hell that was, where I was trying to get Quartzite, Arizona. I was trying to get fuel, so I was there for about an hour. I'm just coming back here to check that I'm within the red area, and I am. It's either parking here on the street or the nearest truck stop is about 60 miles away. It says only 1 hour truck parking, but I'm gonna be here for much longer than that. Like all of these fine folks. I mean, sure, I might get ticketed for parking longer than that, but honestly, I'd rather take the ticket than have to drive 60 miles tomorrow morning through LA rush hour traffic. So that is that. Gonna hop in my truck, hang out here, grab something to eat, because I am pretty hungry, haven't eaten yet today, and not get hit by a car. Let's see if I can get one in slow motion. That's enough for me. I'm going back inside my truck and I'm getting something to eat.